Welcome to the channel Council of Light. Today, we're going to uncover the essence of one of the deepest spiritual principles. What is karma? Have you ever wondered why you face certain challenges in life? Are your problems a result of your past decisions or maybe the actions of your ancestors? Karma is a universal law present in many religions and spiritual traditions. It's often seen as unavoidable destiny, but today we are going to uncover its true nature. Karma is not a punishment nor a dark force controlling you. It's much more than that. The essence of karma lies in a simple but very powerful cosmic law. It's the law of action and reaction. Everything you think, do, or feel comes back to you in life. Karma is consciousness. Nothing more, nothing less. It doesn't drag you down unless you decide to stay trapped in negative patterns of thoughts and actions. Karma is also your path to enlightenment. Today we'll show you how to turn your karma around. We'll teach you how to stop feeding negative thoughts and become your own spiritual guide towards the light. It all starts with one key decision, and that is to stop living in fear and start living in love. Join us on this journey, where today we'll turn the negative into positive. We'll show you how to break negative karmic cycles and create a bright future, not only for yourself, but also for your future generations. Karma isn't some mystical force, but a natural law that governs our lives. For centuries, people have believed that karma is a punishment for past mistakes or the actions of our ancestors. But karma isn't punishment. It's simply the cosmic law of action and reaction. Every thought, emotion, and action we make creates energy that comes back to us. Karma isn't some invisible destiny that haunts us, but a principle that says, what we send out into the world comes back to us. If we send out love and positive energy, that energy will return and enrich our lives. If we live in negative emotions, fear or hatred, that energy will return to us in a cycle of problems and suffering. The law of karma is like a mirror. Your thoughts, actions, and emotions are reflected back to you. Karma is directly connected to our consciousness. If we're not aware of our thoughts and emotions, we'll create negative karma. But when we become aware, we can consciously choose to send out love and positive energy, creating karma that brings peace, happiness, and abundance. Karma is a tool, and it's not something to be afraid of, but something we can use to create a better life for ourselves and those around us. It all starts with your thoughts, because thought is the first step in creating karma. Awareness is the key element, because it guides you through the choice of thoughts, and thus through the creation of your future. Our thoughts are the foundation of our reality. Every thought carries energy that shapes our world. Karma, like the law of action and reaction, returns to us what we send out into the universe. If our thoughts are positive, we attract positive outcomes. If they are negative, we create bad karma that manifests as obstacles and problems. Negative thoughts like fear, worry, anger, or insecurity send low energy into the world. That energy comes back to us as challenges, illnesses, and misfortune. When we focus on the negative, we attract negative outcomes. Our thoughts become our reality. It is especially dangerous to think negatively before bed. When we go to sleep with thoughts of problems and fears, those thoughts become dominant throughout the night. Our subconscious mind is most active while we sleep. And if the last thoughts before sleep are negative, we program them into our subconscious. These thoughts later manifest in our lives. Instead of relaxing and filling ourselves with love and gratitude, we often feed our deepest fears and insecurities. They come back as karmic debts. And now we will give some examples of where people go wrong with their fears. Worrying about health. Instead of believing in the strength of our bodies, we often think, what if I get sick? These thoughts create the energy of illness. It's financial insecurity. People often think about what they don't have, how their money is slipping away. These thoughts attract financial difficulties. Fears for loved ones. Many worry that something bad will happen to their loved ones. By doing so, they unconsciously attract those outcomes into their lives. Fear of the future. When we constantly think about what awaits us and fear that the future will bring problems, we block opportunities for positive change. To reverse karma, the key is to stop feeding fears. If you constantly think, I just hope nothing bad happens, you attract exactly that. Instead, turn negative thoughts into positive ones. Imagine a good outcome. Visualize light and love surrounding you and your loved ones. And think as if everything is already resolved. For example, tell yourself, I am healthy and happy. My mother and father are protecting me, and my path to everything is clear. Or imagine yourself saying, my family and loved ones are all healthy, happy, and filled with love. This way you create karma that will surely bring you positive results. Karma is often misunderstood as an inescapable destiny, a burden we have to carry throughout our lives. Many believe that ancestral karmic debts are something that inevitably follows us. But the truth is that we can break this cycle as soon as we become aware of our power and decide on spiritual awakening. Karma works on the principle of action and reaction. Our thoughts, actions, and feelings create energy waves that return to our lives. Ancestral karmic debts are a result of their actions, but we are not obligated to carry them. We can break this chain of bad karma with one decision: the decision to spiritually awaken and change our way of thinking. Spiritual awakening is the moment when we become aware of our inner power. We realize that we are not victims of karma, but creators of our own reality. At that moment, karmic debts lose their power over us. When we awaken, we become aware that we have a choice. We can decide to stop repeating the mistakes of our ancestors, to stop believing in bad luck or fate, and to start creating positive energy. How is this achieved? Stop believing in inherited karma. First, you need to understand that inherited karmic debts don't have to be your destiny. You are not responsible for the sins of your ancestors unless you continue them with your own thoughts and actions. Ancestral karma ceases the moment you decide that you will no longer carry their burden. Transformation of negative patterns. When you become aware of negative patterns in your life, whether they are patterns of bad relationship, financial problems, or health problems, you can reverse them with positive thoughts, intentions, and actions. Your consciousness is the key tool for transforming karma. Forgiveness and release. Forgiveness is a powerful tool for reversing karma. Forgive your ancestors. Forgive yourself for the mistakes you have made and let go of the past. Forgiveness releases energy that was blocked by negative emotions, and that energy returns in the form of light and love. Once you decide to awaken, you become free from the karmic burden of the past. Bad karma turns into light and love, and your life becomes full of new possibilities. The key is to let go of the past and start creating a bright future with conscious thoughts and intentions. This is the moment when your karma stops being something that happens to you and becomes something you create. Say, placebo karma is one of the most dangerous ways to misunderstand karma. Like a placebo effect can make someone believe a medicine is working, even if it has no real physical effect. Believing in bad karma can make someone truly believe they are trapped in negative events and fate, even when there's no real basis for it. Belief is incredibly powerful, and it can shape our reality in ways that limit us or set us free, depending on what we believe. Many people believe they're doomed to repeat the mistakes of their ancestors, that they're cursed with karmic debts, or that bad karma will inevitably bring them misfortune. This pattern of belief creates a vicious cycle where negative events, worries, and fears only reinforce themselves. Basically, the more you believe in bad karma, the more you invite it into your life. It's like a negative prayer. Instead of calling in light and love, you constantly expect bad outcomes and misfortune, and so you attract them. How does placebo karma work? Believing in bad luck. When someone believes their fate is sealed, that they've inherited bad karma and can't escape misfortune, they automatically start to notice and focus on negative events in their life. For example, if you expect bad things to constantly happen to you, even the smallest obstacle in your daily life can seem like confirmation of that bad karma. Maintaining negative patterns. Instead of recognizing that it's in our hands to break the cycle of bad karma, we unconsciously prolong it with our beliefs. Negative karma becomes self-sabotage. People believe they don't deserve better, that they are punished and can't change their lives. Fear as the main driver. Placebo karma relies most heavily on fear. Fear of the future, fear of misfortune, and fear of failure. All these fears only attract more negative experiences into your life. The more you fear, the more energy you put into maintaining that pattern. And so you continue to attract bad things. Karma in this case is like a self-imposed punishment. People unaware of their own power continue to live in darkness because they believe they don't deserve light and happiness. This is dangerous because not only do they block positive changes, but they also create heavier karmic debts for themselves. Believe in darkness, and darkness will follow you. Believe in love, and love will fill you. Changing your beliefs. The first step to reversing placebo karma is to change your beliefs. Instead of accepting bad karma as inevitable, Believe that you have the power to turn it around. You are the architect of your own destiny. Creative visualization and positive thoughts. One of the most powerful tools for reversing karma is creative visualization. Imagine yourself living in light, health, peace, and love. Visualize positive experiences and believe that your past has no power over your future. Believe in these images as you believe in the medicine that can heal you. Reversing negative thoughts. Instead of focusing on what you don't want, redirect your thoughts towards what you want to attract. Every moment is an opportunity to turn a negative outcome into a positive one. This process is key to reversing karma and creating a bright future. Placebo karma is an illusion. It only exists in your beliefs. When you decide to change your beliefs and start creating positive energy through your thoughts, you break the vicious cycle. Karma is a mirror of your thoughts and beliefs. When you believe in light and love, that energy returns to your life and brings positive changes. Jesus' message of love and forgiveness is often compared to the idea of karma, but from a different perspective. Jesus didn't talk about punishment for past mistakes or a destiny we can't escape because of our ancestors. Instead, his message was simple. Love, forgiveness, and faith in goodness are the universal keys to changing our reality. How does Jesus' message change how we see karma? Jesus talked about forgiveness not just between people but also within ourselves. Forgiveness is the key to breaking free from the cycle of karma. When you forgive yourself or others, you clear away negative energy and let go of the past. This means you're not trapped in a cycle of punishment and death. You have the power to break free. One of Jesus' most important messages was, love your neighbor as yourself. This is the universal law of love that goes beyond any idea of karma we might have. Love is the strongest force in the universe because it not only removes negative energy, but also brings light and peace. When you truly love, you automatically free yourself and others from the burden of karma. Love has no barriers, no limits, and is the key to breaking free from any negative pattern, including karma. Now let's look at how different religions around the world view karma. While karma is often linked to Eastern religions like Hinduism and Buddhism, the idea of it exists in almost all major religions, just with different names or stories. Christianity. In Christian tradition, karma isn't mentioned directly, but the idea of actions having consequences is found in Jesus' teachings about sowing and reaping. What you sow is what you will reap. Christianity emphasizes the importance of forgiveness, love, and believing in goodness as ways to overcome negativity. In Islam, the concept of karma can be seen in the idea of justice and accountability. Everyone is responsible for their actions, and God is the one who judges fairly. However, Islam also emphasizes that God is merciful and ready to forgive anyone who sincerely repents, which can break the cycle of negativity. Judaism teaches that everyone faces the consequences of their actions, but there's also the power of repentance called teshuvah, which allows individuals to turn their lives around, acknowledge their mistakes, and build a better future. Through repentance, forgiveness, and change, it's possible to alter one's destiny. In Hinduism and Buddhism, in these two religions, karma is a fundamental law of the universe. However, even here, revenge or punishment isn't the point of karma. The goal is transformation through awareness. According to Buddhism, karma is simply the energy you create with your thoughts and actions, and you can transform it through enlightenment and awakening. Across all these religions, the common thread is that no one is doomed to eternal karma. People have the power to change their fate through faith, love, and consciously changing their thoughts and actions. Once you realize that your reality is in your hands, you become free. Jesus' message essentially captures the whole truth about karma. Love for yourself and others is the most powerful force. Forgiveness as the key to breaking free from any cycle of suffering. Faith in goodness and the power of positive thoughts. Jesus' simple yet powerful message reminds us that karma isn't punishment, but an opportunity for growth. This means karma isn't fixed. It's like a mirror reflecting what we put out into the world. When we create love, forgiveness, and light, it comes back to us and transforms our reality. Jesus' message frees us from the fear of karma and shows us the path to light. Karma in this context becomes like a universal law of action and reaction. If you radiate love, peace, and positivity, that's what will return to you. This is the message of all great teachers, including Jesus, that we are all essentially made of the same light and love as the Mother and Father of the universe. Love, faith, and positive thinking are the path to liberation from karma. Now that we've gone over the essence of karma, it's time to learn how to turn our karma around and live in love and light. This section will show you concrete steps to transform your karma and create positive energy in your life. The first step is become aware of your thoughts and emotions. Many people live unconsciously, not realizing how their thoughts and emotions shape their reality. Karma is not a punishment, but a reflection of our inner states. What you believe, you create. That's why the first step towards reversing karma is to become aware of your thoughts. Stop feeding negative thoughts. Fear, worry, anger, and envy create negative karma. If you constantly think about negative outcomes, you attract those very events. How to reverse negative thoughts? When you become aware of negative thoughts, stop them. A question you can ask yourself is, what am I creating right now with this thought? If it's not something positive and conscious, replace that thought with something you want to attract. Visualize the final positive outcome. The second step, practice gratitude and love. Focus your thoughts on gratitude and love. When you radiate love and gratitude, you automatically create positive karma. Gratitude opens the door to even more good things in your life. Gratitude as a way of life. Every day, remember 3 things you are grateful for. This simple practice can change the way you experience the world. Gratitude raises your vibration and attracts even more things to be grateful for. Love as a universal cosmic driving force. If you radiate love towards yourself and others, your karma automatically transforms. Love is the most powerful force in the universe. When you act out of love, you neutralize any negative energy. Send love to the people around you, even those you have conflicts with. The third step, forgive yourself and others. Forgiveness is the key to liberation from negative karma. We carry a lot of negative energy within us because of unresolved conflicts. Forgiveness removes the negative energy that keeps us trapped in the past. Forgiveness of self. Many people carry guilt for their past mistakes. To reverse karma, you must first forgive yourself. Stop punishing yourself for the past, but understand it as a lesson and an opportunity for growth. Forgiveness of others. When you forgive others, you liberate yourself. Negative relationships create karmic ties that keep you trapped in negative energy. Forgiveness is liberation for both you and them. Forgiveness is not weakness, but the most powerful act of self-love. The fourth step, stop living in fear. Fear is one of the biggest enemies of free will and creating positive karma. When we live in fear, we attract what we are afraid of. Fear feeds negative karma. How to stop fear? Before you get scared or worried, ask yourself, is this really real? Fears often come from our deep unconscious beliefs. When you identify the source of fear, replace it with a positive belief. Believe in good and the universe will return good to you. Evening is an important moment of transformation. Before you fall asleep, instead of thinking about worries, focus on positive thoughts. Give thanks for the day that has passed and imagine how the next day will be even better. Night thoughts shape your karma because it is the time when the mind creates the strongest energy waves. The fifth step, restore balance through acts of love and compassion. Karma is reflected through our deeds. Acts of love and compassion towards others are the fastest way to transform your karma. If you want good to come back to you, you must first give it. Give without expectation. Help others out of pure compassion, expecting nothing in return. This creates invaluable positive karma. Your pure intention is key because the universe recognizes pure love and returns it to you through situations you don't even expect. Balance in giving and receiving. Don't forget to receive. Receiving is just as important as giving. When you receive with love, you open the way for a positive energy flow. My dear friends, today we learned how karmic cycles are broken. The key is a simple decision and dedicated work on that decision. From this moment on, don't think about problems anymore, but reshape every challenge into a clear, targeted result of how you want it to be solved. When you do that, you automatically awaken spiritually, and over time it will become a habit. For example, if dark thoughts come to you during the day, tell them decisively, "Hey, not today." Open the windows in your home, create a draft, or say with a smile, "Divine light enters through this window with the help of divine warriors who come to cleanse the darkness." Then open a door or window on the other side of the room and say, "And now you're getting out." Or come up with your own unique way to get it out. It is important that you do this with joy, gratitude, and a full heart. In this way, Through positive energy and faith, you cleanse your space and your mind, creating balance and opening the way for light and love to rule your life. If you do this every time darkness tries to creep into your mind, with strong emotions of joy, gratitude, and happiness, I guarantee you, darkness will never find its way back into your life. Light will reign forever, and you will become invincible in your spiritual strength. Turning karma from negative to positive is simple when you realize that everything is in your hands. It all starts with your thoughts and then translates into your emotions, actions, and the energy you share with the world. You are the creator of your life, and you have the power to change every aspect of your reality. Karma is not an unchangeable destiny, but a tool for growth and development. Through it, we learn lessons. And once we decide to turn negative patterns into positive ones, karma becomes the light that guides us to a higher level of consciousness. Know that the Divine Mother and Divine Father are not separate from you. They are within you through the love and consciousness that you carry, within your being, like a divine code from the moment you were born. It is up to you to use these sacred tools wisely with creativity and strength every day and every moment of your life. When you fully understand this, karma will never again be a burden on your life path, but will become an extremely powerful tool for creating the heavenly reality you have always deserved. I hope this video gave you a deep understanding of karma and how it works. Remember, you create your own destiny. Every thought, word, and action shapes your reality. Believe in the power of love and awareness, because they will come back to you tenfold. It's never too late to start fresh and live your best life. If you like this video, please share it with your friends. Give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Sending you warm wishes from my heart and wishing you a journey of enlightenment. May love, peace, and awareness guide you through life.